Going to the movies these days is kind of a crapshoot, right? You're gambling a little bit because it could be the most amazing thing you've ever seen before in your life, or it could be a 2-hour CGI sludge fest that kind of feels like it was written by an algorithm somewhere. But there is an upside to this. At least the popcorn costs more than a gallon of gas. Let's talk cinema, shall we? Welcome, nerds, to the Clips channel. You are about to watch the movie news for the week, at least since the last time you were here, probably. So, movie news, this is a smaller portion of a larger video. If you want to get all of the nerdy news, all of the pop culture stuff that's going on, go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy. The name of the show you're looking for is called The Week in Nerddom, and that's where you can get everything. Or you can just stay here and specifically watch movie news. We're going to talk about upcoming movies. We're going to talk about things that are happening in the box office right now, see how they're doing, that kind of stuff, and yeah, kind of everything pertaining to movies. So let's jump into that. Quick updates for the movies section. We have Street Fighter. The movie has officially announced its cast, set a release date. You can follow the link in the description, get that information. Let's hope that this one is far better than the last time they went out and tried to make Street Fighter into a movie, but, you know, Orville Peck is always a win. Anyway, James Gunn has posted new images from his upcoming, well, new teaser images for his upcoming Superman Man of Tomorrow. And he announced the name of the next Superman movie. The release date is July 9th of 2027, but I will bet you dollars to donuts that that date moves a lot. And then that puts us into regular-ass news, doesn't it? Regular-ass news. All right, so the story of the week here is Sir Michael Caine is coming out of retirement. That is correct. Michael Caine, who retired, I believe it was last year, might have been a little bit longer ago than that, is unretiring, as it were. So what did one of the most iconic voices in cinema history decide was worth coming out of retirement for at the age of 92? Is it a Scorsese flick? Is a new Christopher Nolan mindbender? Does he owe the mafia a favor for something? Nope, it would seem that he has chosen to come out of retirement for none other than a Vin Diesel movie. That's right, The Last Witch Hunter 2. I honestly wish I were joking about this one. He is going to be reprising his role alongside Vin Diesel in the sequel to a movie that most of us forgot existed. You honestly have to respect a man that is 92 years old, though, and does something like this, because he is obviously just doing whatever the hell he wants. He could have ended his career on a high note, but no, Michael Caine has chosen chaos. And by chaos, I mean Vin Diesel. And God bless him for it. Hi nerds, so you're liking this video, right? You like this little morsel that I'm giving you? Good, well then remember to hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. But know this is just a morsel, a taste, a very small piece of a much larger meal. This comes from the main channel, Generally Nerdy. It is from the show The Week in Nerddom. So if you want the full meal, as it were, then you can find that over there. In other news that will actually make you feel things, we have Ryan Reynolds producing a documentary about the late, great, epic comedian John Candy. The documentary is called I Like Me. He's going to be taking it on tour, much in a similar fashion as Kevin Smith does. There's only approximately 6 dates on this tour as it stands right now, so he's not doing quite extensively like Kevin Smith does, but it will be in theaters eventually. In news that will make you question reality, we have a new Amityville horror movie in the works by Amazon MGM, because that horse is more than just dead, it's a freaking skeleton at this point. And in one of the more delightful pairings in movies this week, or in honestly in any length of time at this point, we have Jim Jarmusch with a new film called Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. That honestly, Jim Jarmusch is kind of just a win as a director anyway. I've seen very little of his work that is not great, not at least decent enough to watch a number of times, but this one very specifically stars Tom Waits and Mayim Bialik. I know I mispronounced her name, I can never say it correctly and I apologize, but Tom Waits and Mayim are always a win, and so this movie's gonna be great. And that brings us to our suggestion for movies this week. If you are in the mood for some 90s comic book movie awesomeness, then you can go watch Spawn, the 1997 movie, for free over on YouTube these days. Is it a perfect film? Absolutely not. But what it does have is a perfect CGI-free suit for Spawn. The cape, though, very much CGI, which has not aged very well. It also has John Leguizamo dressed as a demonic clown, so what's not to love? Plus, the soundtrack is pure 90s metal angst. It is definitely a fun, grimy relic, kind of a bygone era, but also kind of a reminder of how cool comic book movies used to be. So go check out Spawn. Thank you very much, nerds, for tuning in. If you want to level up your nerdy, geeky, pop culture knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe and do all of the things. Go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy, for the larger portion. Again, you get all of the sections into one convenient video over on Generally Nerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. Thank you for checking out this clip. We will see you next time. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.